Hi there, yoga friends. I'm Jen. The purpose of this channel is to share the love and beauty of yoga with as many people as I can. Thank you for watching. In today's class, we're going to work out through the legs or stretch out through the legs. And it's really appropriate for you if you like walking or hiking or anything like that. So we'll work through all of those large muscles and hopefully feel a lot more relaxed afterwards. Let's get started. I always like to start every class with a bit of a seated meditation, just to really connect in with ourselves. So I invite you to come into a comfortable seat. Take your hands up or down onto your knees, sit tall, and then gently close your eyes or take a soft gaze. From here, allow your shoulders just to slide down your back as you lengthen through the spine. We'll just take a couple of really smooth breaths here, filling up through the bottom of the lungs, feeling the side ribs expand, and taking your breath to the front and the back of your chest. Just notice how you feel here within your body, mind, and spirit. Notice if you're holding on to anything, you might be able to let go. And as we move throughout this practice, maintain your focus on the breath and the physical sensations that arise. If you'd like to set an intention or say a prayer for this practice, I invite you to do that now. And really slowly we're going to open the eyes and just give your shoulders a nice little circle up and back. Get ready to move into the practice, loosening up here through the shoulders, and then take the circle in the opposite direction. Just allowing those shoulders to free up and drop down. And from here we're going to move right into our tabletop. So come sideways or side on to your mat. And I would like for you to line up your body. So we want to have the wrists here in line with your shoulders and your knees and hips. Toes tucked under here for stability. Draw the navel back towards the spine and keep a slight bend within your elbows here. From here, we're going to keep those right toes on the floor, but extend that left leg long and reach to the toes. So you want to keep your left heel just as high as your glutes, not higher. We'll stretch the right hand forward with the thumb tip facing the ceiling. Again, the gaze to the floor. Take a nice breath in. As you exhale, bring the right elbow and the left knee to meet and draw them up. Inhale, extend. Exhale, in and up. Last one. Inhale, extension. Exhale, in and up. Take your hand and your leg back out to extension here, and then we'll bend that left knee. From here, you can take that right hand to the floor, and as you inhale this time, we're going to lift the left toes and the knee, lift up through the heart, and bring an arch to the spine. Exhale, we're going to round through the spine, bring that knee in towards the chest, the chin to the sternum. Inhale, lift, and gaze forward. Exhale, tuck and round. Last one. Inhale, lift the sternum, lift the heart, draw the shoulders away from the ears, smile. Exhale, tuck it in. Return the left knee to the floor, and from here we're just going to start to sway the body right and left, freeing up here through the lateral spine. It's always nice to keep the gaze to the floor unless you need to look for instruction. Think of your neck as just an extension of your spine here. So you want to have a length for the front and the back of the neck. Let's come into stillness again and press up in between the shoulder blades. Draw the navel to the spine. We'll take those right Toes behind us and raise the heel the same height as the bum. We'll take the left hand forward, point the thumb tip towards the ceiling, slight bend to the right elbow. On the next exhalation, bring your left elbow and your right knee to meet. Draw them up. Inhale, extend. Exhale, in and up. Inhale, extend. Last one, in and up. And then come back into your extension here. Lower the left hand to the floor. Bend that right knee. Lift the left knee, lift the heart. Draw the shoulders back and take a breath in. Exhale, round through the spine. Now it's really important here to keep your weight even, left and right. Exhale and tuck it. So rather than leaning off to the left here, just see if you can maintain that sense of balance between the left and right sides of the body. Last tuck here on the exhalation. Bring that right knee to the floor. And again, we're just going to come to sway the body right and left here. From here, we're going to lift on up to downward facing dog. So make sure your body is well aligned. Fingertips point to the front of the mat. Palms underneath the shoulders, hips and knees in line. And we just start by drawing the navel back and lifting the knees to hover off the floor. Start to power here through the shoulders. And then we'll start to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Now you can keep your knees bent here as much as you need, pushing the palms towards the floor and bringing the stretch all the way from that palm to the hips. Let your head drop down in between the shoulders. Maybe just turn your head from left to right. And then we'll draw their heels towards the floor as well. Now your heels may not touch, and that's perfectly fine. They will get there in time. So we're just going to bend that right knee as we press the left heel to the floor and take a breath or two here. And then alternate sides. Just noticing how you feel here. And we'll press both of the heels towards the floor, making a straight line from the top of the hips all the way down to the back of the heels. Softness through the face and the jaw. And from here, we'll press that right heel to the floor. We're going to raise that left leg here. Again, the left heel is parallel to the hips, the same height, the hip stay level. And just reaching out to those toes. And as we exhale here, we're going to take that left knee through the midline. The shoulders come back in line with the wrists, and then lift the left knee up towards the torso and pause. Take a breath in. Exhale. Reach out through those left toes again. Raise the left leg high. Exhale, bring it in and up. Shoulders above the wrists. Face soft. Hips low. Inhale, reach back. And then exhale, bring it forward. We're going to pause here and step that left foot in between the hands here. So we'll have the fingertips to the floor here. Draw them back towards the hips. You want to have a 90-degree angle here for your left knee. And we're going to lower that right knee to the floor, raise the torso. So I want you to take your shoulders above the hips, maybe shuffle that left foot in a little bit more. We'll roll the top of our hips back, draw the navel to the spine. And with your hands to the top of the left thigh, let's just gently press that left knee forward. You should start to feel a stretch here through the front of the right thigh. And draw those shoulders down and away from your ears. One last breath here. We'll release the hands and lay the torso down over that left thigh. Fingertips to the floor. Two options here. Option one, we take the left heel forward and point the toes up towards the ceiling, lifting up through the heart, drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. Option two, with the right toes tucked under, we're going to lift the right knee. The ribs and thigh here still connected to the left thigh. We're going to start to straighten the left leg, keeping that connection of ribs and thighs, working towards a straight left leg here. And you should feel a beautiful stretch all the way through the back line of the left leg. Keep your face and jaw soft. Keep your breath calm. And if you're fairly flexible and you've got a completely straight left leg, feel free here just to lift the left toes up towards the ceiling. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Take the left toes to the floor, press the palms. We're going to make our way all the way back into a plank position. So with the plank, again, we want to have the wrists and the shoulders here in line with each other. Sense of pressing up in between the shoulder blades and the navel drawn back. For those of you who like, you can take the knees to the floor. It's optional. We'll take a nice breath in, and as we lower with control. The hips and the shoulders come down at the same time. The breath even, the elbows just grazing the ribs. Press the tops of your feet into the floor here and lift up through the heart. Draw your elbows in towards each other and lift the palms up and off the mat. Take a breath or 2 here. See if you can lift a little bit higher. Maybe raise the toes up off the floor. Let's gently lower all the way down here. Tuck the toes and either make your way through a kneeling plank or a full plank. Again, raising the hips and the shoulders at the same time. From here, move all the way into downward facing dog. Line up through your dog. Make sure your hands are still parallel, fingers pointing forward, feet hip distance apart. Take a breath or 2 here. From here, extend your right leg behind you and reach to the right toes. The left heel presses into the mat. On your next exhaled breath, take that right knee through the midline and up towards the torso to hover. Hips low. Inhale, take that right foot back. Exhale, hover. Knee in and up. Breathe in, extend out. Reach the right leg high. Exhale, bring it in and up. This is our last one. We hold here. And then step that right foot forward again, 90-degree angle for the knee. Fingertips to the floor. Lift up through the heart. Draw the shoulders towards your hips and sink low. Take a breath or 2. And then we'll take the hands to the floor. Take that left knee to the floor and again raise your torso. So you want to have the shoulders above the hips again, 90-degree angle. Roll the top of the hips back, draw the navel to the spine, and press with your hands the right thigh forward. Actively draw your shoulders down and away from your ears. Okay, we're going to release down over the right leg. So we're laying the torso down. Option 1, the right heel extends forward, the toes draw back, and we lift up through the heart with the fingertips gently touching the floor. Option number 2, the right heel stays to the floor. We tuck the left toes, pick up the left leg, keep this connection of ribs and thighs, and start to draw that right hip back. So drawing the right hip back, straightening the right leg, softening through the face of the jaw, coming back to the breath. And from here we can raise the right toes here up to the ceiling. Take the right toes here to the floor. Press the palms into the mat. Pick up your right foot and come into your plank. Line the body up here. So wrists and shoulders, toes and heels, knees up or down. Breath in, and as we exhale, the elbows graze the ribs, and we lower with control to the floor. Again, once we're down, press the tops of the feet into the mat, knees lift. Lift up through the heart space. Raise the palms, squeeze the elbows in towards each other. Take a breath here. Maybe raise the toes as well. Gently lower all the way down. Toes tucked under, elbows in. Kneeling plank or full plank. All the way back up to your dog. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Press the palms forward and the heels back. We'll take one more breath. We'll raise the heels. And then take the knees to the floor. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. You can bring those big toes to touch. Sink back onto the heels as you stretch the palms forward. I would like for you to turn your palms here up towards the ceiling and maybe take your little fingers just to the outer edges of your mat. Drop the forehead down here and just allow the shoulders, the back of the neck to soften. Allow your breath to become calm. We'll turn the palms down towards the floor. Take your hands back in towards your hips and let's come into a comfortable seat. So from the comfortable seat here, we're just going to give the shoulders a nice little stretch. All right, so we're just going to take the right hand up straight and across the body. The left hand's going to just cook over the forearm and we're going to draw the left palm back. But what I want you to do that's a little bit different than what maybe you're accustomed to doing is also draw the right shoulder back. So the right shoulder you're actively drawing back and the left hand is drawing towards the wall behind you. Take a smooth breath or two here and you should feel a really lovely stretch for the front of the shoulder. Gently release, give your shoulders a nice little roll. We'll take that left hand long and we'll take it across the body, keeping the arm the same height as the right shoulder. The right hand's going to scoop forward and up, draw the right palm back, and at the same time actively draw the left shoulder back. Should feel a little bit different than what you're probably accustomed to. And again, we'll take a couple of breaths here. Let's release and give the arms a nice shake. We'll take our hands together here in front of the heart and gently close the eyes. You may want to bring your attention back to the prayer or the intention that you set at the beginning of the practice. Just do a gentle scan through the body, noticing how you feel afterwards. Raise the hands high, stretch to the fingertips. Breath in. Exhale, hands to the crown. Eyebrow, throat, and heart. Namaste. Well, there you have it, friends. Just a nice little stretch out if you're a hiker or runner or you just want a nice stretch for the legs. A lot of the times we're also tight through the hips when we do those types of activities, so please keep your eye open for a hip releasing and opening video, and I wish you the very best on your day.